Hi Taurus, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your money and career tarot reading for the month of July 2021. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you in this moment, of course, to like this video, to leave me a comment about your situation, and of course subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. But more importantly, when meditating on your energy overall for the month in regards to the subject, the message that came through was unbelievably proud of yourself. Unbelievably proud of yourself. And so we're going to begin by doing some shuffling so we can pull 6 tarot cards for the month. A simple 6 card spread, if you will. For our lovely Tauruses for the month of July 2021. I'm not taking that. Taurus, once again, July 2021, money and career. Thank you, Spirit. For Taurus, we have the first half, it looks like. Bear with me. Okay. For the second half of July, money and career, once again for Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. And they want me to stop and pull the remaining 3 right from the top. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. Throughout the month of July, there's a need for you, Taurus, to step back and ask yourself what's making you feel a bit stuck or a bit limited. I need to tweak this and that here or there in order to feel a sense of flow within your money and career situation. And we're beginning the month in this card with the Queen of Cups. So you begin the month of July, and I'm hearing let it go. Let it go. It's to begin the month and where you are pushed to let go of past experiences within your work situation, or maybe past financial decisions you're not proud of, and just to simply let it be. You know, if you haven't learned all you could, if you haven't learned all that there is to learn from those past decisions and situations, then yeah, there's some more reflecting to take place. But there's a feeling that a lot of Tauruses out there, especially the ones who've been drawn to this reading, have learned what's necessary, have sort of grown from those experiences. And it's time to, as the imagery shows, put your hands up and release the burden of holding on to those situations moving forward. How come you feel the need to almost torture yourself by reliving these experiences, or by simply being so hard on yourself when it comes to what you expect yourself to deal with or to put up with, or even the amount you expect yourself to produce at times? Given that there are, for a lot of you, certain people around you, whether they're in your work environment or not, that expect an immense amount from you. And so to add more on top of all of which, by pressuring yourself to do more and more, or to, you know, expect more from yourself, just seems a bit unreasonable, right? And so it's, as you move forward in the month, you're going to be pushed by Spirit in the universe to view things in a different way, you know, with the Hangman once again, to adjust your perspective, to be simply proud of yourself, and understand that your situation hasn't been truly ideal, or simply you have dealt with a lot, okay? You're a hard worker, and you should expect for yourself to simply move forward in a less difficult way, or simply to move forward putting less pressure on your own shoulders once again. And they're bringing me back to the water imagery here. To begin the month, you might feel a little bit emotional, okay? There's part of you that feels your intuition's really strong at this point, so you should trust it as well on a side note. But all the meanwhile, you, when reflecting or on your past situations and decisions, as well as kind of being reminded to release that pressure from your plate, from your shoulders, certain emotions might resurface that you don't expect. And Spirit's saying it's okay to feel your feels at this time. It's okay to be one with those emotions and accept that they're only temporary, okay? There's something to be learned about yourself about your situation and about what's to unravel moving forward. But we're moving on to the wheel. To make your way to the middle of the first half of the month, you're surprised to see things start to fall into place. Certain progressions take place as well. You see a success here and a success there, and it's like, oh, okay, so my hard work is paying off. And Spirit's saying, well, yeah, of course, Taurus, you've been working your ass off recently, or you've simply been putting forth the effort that you know is necessary in order to produce quality work or a quantity at the very least. Or to make it easier for you to accomplish your individual goals within the two categories we're speaking upon. As the wheel starts to or continues to move for you, a smile comes over your face and you realize that letting go of all of those pressures and stresses that we've been speaking upon at the beginning of the month has its instant benefits. I'm hearing you can do whatever you set your mind to, but it's a matter of you having the right perspective, staying optimistic, and being realistic with yourself as to what you truly can accomplish moving forward, being only one individual, one person. And now I'm hearing let it go, let it flow, and it feels more relevant to the beginning of the month, but there's part of you that still needs to hear that as you make your way into the middle of the first half. Being reminded by Spirit and the universe, if need be, that luck is truly on your side at this point. So there's a need for you to thoroughly and 100% trust that beautiful intuition within, as new opportunities will start to come to you, because I truly feel like moving forward, you're elevating as an individual within your career, within your financial choices, and it'll help you glow on a different level, right? Which will enhance everything within your life. It sort of trickles out to the other areas as new opportunities, new experiences, new people, types of people start to flow towards you. And you start to see, once again, the benefit of you releasing all those pressures and difficulties that you've been through and sort of going with the flow once again. And we're moving on to the Queen of Pentacles. And being drawn back to the wheel, they're saying don't lose your balance. Don't lose your balance, my friend. It might feel like you're going through a bit of a balancing act, trying to accomplish everything or trying to center yourself, ground yourself through all of the ups and downs that life throws you through, or your career situation throws you through in general. But just try to do what you can, what you know works best for you, to keep that balance, to stay focused on your goals in a productive manner. And so moving forward to the Queen of Pentacles. You make your way to wrap up the first half of the month. And you're calm, you're confident, you're collected. And that's exactly how Spirit just said it to me. There's a way about you as you make your way from the middle to the end of the first half of the month that just leaves people in awe. It is almost a regal way about you, a confidence that shines for more than just the people surrounding you to see. And you can expect, once again, new opportunities and different types of people, to flow towards you. There's part of you that might stumble upon your words at times, but it doesn't get to you. It doesn't... It's like you might trip over your own feet or your own words, but it's like you recover so smoothly and you almost are one with those mistakes, right? You allow it to just sort of happen and you make the best out of it, and that inspires other people to be one with their imperfections. And you can't help but finish up the first half of the month feeling so damn proud of yourself, feeling like, you know what, I deal with these difficulties at times, or I may not have made the best choices in the past, or maybe have settled to a certain extent with a job here or there, but I make the best out of it, don't I? And this is the perspective that Spirit wants you to take with you as you make your way into the beginning of the second half of the month. But it feels like there's an individual around you or multiple people, or maybe what feels like a dead-end job that you're wrapped up in, that just gets the best of you. You feel this confidence start to leave your life, and Spirit saying, well, how do we keep it more consistent moving forward, where this isn't just a temporary chunk of your month, and more so just the entire month as a whole. Allowing yourself to feel confident about your choices and decisions as you move forward. There are certain people and situations that take place towards the end, the very end of the first half of the month, that are going to entail a level of grace and almost gratitude, right? Where you say it's a job, for example, where you feel grateful for it overall, but there's just one person you deal with that's just so difficult. Or there's a moment towards the end of the month, this part of the month, where you just kind of want to scream from within, but overall things could improve, but you're still grateful for the job itself, right? So there's a level of grace that needs to be put forth, and allowing yourself to handle with an immense amount of maturity, while keeping your cool. It just leads you to make your way to the beginning of the second half, where we have the Ten of Wands, feeling like things are a bit heavy, okay? Or feeling like it's hard to maintain that calm, cool, and collected way of being. Or simply for a lot of you Tauruses, it feels like your workload is just way too much to handle at this time. At times, it strips away the enjoyment of the process along the way. How will I proceed in a way that allows me to enjoy the journey? Not just because a lot of you Tauruses, it's like, yes, you're proud of yourself and you see all that there is to achieve moving forward, knowing intuitively that your success is just part of your destiny. But it's like on your way to that destiny, on your way to the completion of your goals, the success you deserve, how are you going to enjoy that process, right? How are you going to enjoy that path that you're meant to go down? Understanding that it's not all about the end result, the end goal, and thinking about that in a smaller way as well. You know, if you have a small goal within your current job or finances, excuse me, how are you going to enjoy that process towards that achievement, right? So thinking about it on a smaller scale as well as a larger scale, to make it, the process that much better for you. Understanding that affects the quality of your work as well as the end result in general. It's at this point in the month where some Tauruses might say, well, this or that might need to come off my plate in order to make things a little bit lighter moving forward. Being aligned with the Queen of Cups. It's this point in the month as well to begin the second half or thereabout, where you need to trust that beautiful intuition. And once again, you might experience certain emotions coming to be that you don't expect because you have such a heavy workload, or you simply just feel like people around you are pushing your buttons or testing you at this time. Reminding yourself that everything's going to pan out, everything's going to work out, and that your success is once again destined for you. But there are going to be a few obstacles and some difficulties along the way. It's at this point, once again, where you will have to dig for that inner strength, for that optimism, for that positivity that lies within you. And we know it's there, Taurus, but you need to sort of dig for it and grab it and allow it to take over, so that you can make your way through the second half of the month feeling 10 times better. As we make our way to the middle of the second half of the month and spread, we have the Eight of Wands. I'm hearing the pace of things is overwhelming. You feeling like you have to keep up with those around you, or the pace of your job. There's an next level of expectation that takes place that sort of flusters you, as you can hear that in my voice as I'm sitting within your energy. And Spirit saying you can handle it, but why should you have to? And this might bring up a thought process where you're like, yeah, I've accomplished a lot within this experience, within this maybe one job, or whatever it may be for you, but why should I have to if it overwhelms me to a certain extent? You know, when thinking about your destiny or the completion of your goals, you can get there in a less abrupt or less stressful way. And so it's about either tweaking certain habits or ways of being maybe even your approach within this current environment for yourself, or completely switching it up altogether. And so it's going to be up to you to figure out what's right for Taurus moving forward. Your goals are in sight and they can be accomplished, but once again, it's up to you to figure out how you're going to go about doing so. And being aligned with the wheel, it's like you're happy to see that wheel continue to be in motion, to continue spinning. You know, things are still falling into place as they're meant to an extent, but it's like the wheel is spinning so quickly that how are you meant to keep your balance during it all? How are you meant to maintain a level of sanity, right? It feels like between you putting an immense amount of pressure on your own shoulders at times, and then certain people around you within your work environment, maybe even family members and friends and whatnot, expecting a certain level from you or a certain amount from you, you're just like, damn, can I get a moment to breathe, right? And that's exactly what you need to do, Taurus. Give yourself a moment to breathe. Take a step back, and regardless of how people feel, it's what you need to do. Okay, of course, within, be reasonable, right? Don't go telling your boss you're going to take a day off when you can't, but you get the point. Do what you can to step back and give yourself the room to relax, implement a little bit of self-care, to slow the pace down just slightly. Messages will come through from the universe, from spirit, to confirm that you're on the right path or to reroute you onto the right one. Remembering that not everybody can fully grasp those. It's hard to know fully whether you're on the right path or not when things are moving at such a fast pace, given it's almost a whirlwind of successes and failures, and a Taurus just needing to breathe once again. Remembering you're an earth sign, so to ground yourself, to feel more balanced in the process is going to help you. I'm hearing one message will take you by surprise. For the majority of you, it's positive. For a handful, it is negative. However it pertains to you, take it with a grain of salt. It feels very almost constructive criticism, all right? So keep an open ear, but don't take it to heart. Something to be aware of. And we're moving on to the Nine of Pentacles. So to wrap up the second half of the month and month in general, your independence takes place is what I'm hearing. And what I feel they're trying to say is your independence takes a spotlight, takes a focus. You feeling as you make your way to wrap up the second half of the month that it's time to do what's right for you. And that's going to differ from Taurus to Taurus, from case to case. But whether it means you starting a new job or simply cutting out room for more self-care or a side hustle that will leave you feeling more fulfilled or replenished, it's up to you to figure out what needs to happen to better your situation. Understanding that you, when reflecting at the end of the month in general, you are so damn proud of all that you've accomplished up until this point. But it's a matter of you continuing to be honest with yourself and those around you in order to adjust things in your favor. Knowing that not everyone's going to have your best interest at heart. And being aligned with the Queen of Pentacles, it's to finish off the month as well, where you think back and you're like, well, why would I put up with this or that? Or why would I allow for certain situations to continue? Or why wouldn't I implement certain changes and adjustments to maintain this calm, cool, collected way of being? And what can I do to move forward feeling more like that once again? Ooh, beautiful. I'm now hearing create your success and leave the rest. Allowing yourself to focus on what's necessary, move forward, adjusting, of course, being open to change, going with the flow, creating the success that you deserve and are destined for, but not sort of focusing on the small negatives or the frustrations that you maybe once would. Allowing for yourself to finish off the month on a confident, independent, reflective note. Once again, feeling so damn proud of all that you've accomplished and all that you've overcome. All right, Taurus. So on that note, I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.